And this is the next day. I have hardly any water in this jar at all, so it's operating just on the humidity. These batteries over here, jar batteries, have a little bit more water in them, but I haven't had to shake them up at all. They've been just operating on the humidity too. And I'll check the voltage right now. 16.48, so it's up a little higher than yesterday. And I have the battery hooked up to a pulse motor that I made a few years ago in another video, and a pulse generating circuit. I'll show the links to these two projects in this video description. So we'll turn this on and give it a start. And we'll turn. I got a potentiometer here to control. Try it right there. It'll take a while for this to get going. And I'll check the voltage now. Voltage dropping a little bit under the load. These flashing LEDs is just picking up the back spike from these coils, and it flashes the LEDs. Check the voltage again. And I will probably leave it set right here as it runs. And just let this run continuously and see what happens, how long these batteries last. So I have a lot of experiments taking place now on this shelf. Jar battery running the pulse motor, 2 jar batteries running LEDs. These have been going for months now. I haven't had to shake these up, so they're just operating off the humidity. Hopefully that's the way this one's going to operate too. I'm going to keep the water level barely visible at all. This battery is not connected to anything. And the reason why I went with this copper wound around these cells is because this carbon fiber graphite rope wicks up the moisture and comes right out and wants to corrode stuff. So I wanted to eliminate this corrosion and this wicking out of the cell. So that's why I went with all these little copper connection windings up these cells. I hope that takes care of the corrosion that I'm seeing on these other ones, because it's wicking up the moisture. And then I just have my radio going here too. This is going all the time. I got power. I'm taking off of the antenna, and my ground battery operating the radio. The magnesium welding wire alloy was putting out similar voltages to the magnesium anode rod that I used in those other jar batteries. It's just some welding wire I picked up 15 years ago, and I wanted to see what I could do with it. But just like those other jar batteries, they're not going to be for high output. But the intention is to see how long they'll last, the longevity. It seems like the wetter they get, the faster it eats up the magnesium, and it also drops the voltage. But if you can keep them a little bit drier, the voltages stay up, but then again you lose some of the current. You need just enough humidity to keep the voltages up, and that's what I'm going to go for on this battery that I just made. So if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for your time, and I'll see you in another one.